Hey folks, and welcome to the Biosphere Dome. Yep, welcome to the Biosphere. This is the first edition of the Biosphere blog. During these trying times we are living in, it's still the pandemic, but I've decided to once again use the microphone for my vlogs, opposed to using that semi-crappy digital camera I have. But anyway, yeah, just there we go. I pressed start before, but for some reason, I guess my controller wasn't cooperating. And let's pick the brains for this first level, because we know Baxter Stockman in the fly form is the first boss. You gotta have brains clash with brains. Oh, that you do. Hey, Shredder, bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag. Oh, yeah. But yeah, this is like the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game of all time. It's not even exaggeration either, it really is. Just sad to know that never in the history of the rest of the world, as the world continues the turns, do I not think that they will ever be again another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video game as good as this one. This is as good as it gets for any turtle game right here. Never played Turtles Take Manhattan game on the Xbox One. Have the Turtle game on the Xbox 360 though. It's very similar to this, but I still think this one's a lot better. Oh man. Yep. Going against the foot soldiers. And I hit the garbage can and made it explode at the right time. Krang, oh man, I about got zapped by his big robot eyes. Well, what do you know, the pink foot soldier got in the way of that crane ball and it stopped him right there. But yeah, what I did today pretty much was I just went down to the grocery store again. I still have to make a lot of trips to the grocery store with those food stamps and all. Have to make sure I'm social distancing. Yeah, I just bought me a tub of hamburger meat to make hamburger helper later for dinner. Yeah, I may make it tomorrow. I might make it tonight, depending on if I get tired or not. Still been playing a lot of Batman Arkham 2. All three of them, Asylum, City, and Arkham Knight. And on some occasions on my 360, Arkham Origins. That's actually a pretty good one. In fact, I love the idea of the rumors going about that there may be an Arkham Origins 2 on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Which I'll definitely have to get once I get me both consoles, because I am going to be getting both PlayStation 5 and Series X. Just as I did PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Yeah, I got my Xbox One first, and then I got my PlayStation 4 later. But this time I'm going to be buying a PS5 first. Gonna start saving up for it, like, maybe in the summer, you know. If it turns out I go to Fanboy next year, I mean, I'm going to begin saving up for my PlayStation 5 right then and there. And then I'll probably be able to get me a PlayStation 5 probably in about a year from now. Bye-bye, Baxter. Oh, yes. Yeah, and aside from that, I have actually been watching the 1987 Turtles on my DVD. I don't have every single episode, but I've got quite a few of them, though. On, like, multiple DVDs. I know I've got volume 2, 3, and 4 of the 1987 Ninja Turtles that Lionsgate released on DVD. Yeah, I've got those 3 volumes, 2, 3, and 4. I've got Cowabunga Classics. Got it at Walmart years ago for a pretty nifty price. Yeah, I also thought it was pretty incredible on like the 1987 Ninja Turtles, like the episode I think it came out like in 1988 where they get shrunk. It's like the Turtles were shrunk before the Zelenskys and the Thompsons. That is an interesting fun fact right there. Yeah, but me doing this vlog on October 20th, it's been nearly 3 weeks since the passing of my grandmother, and I really do miss her still very much. And the thing that hurts the most is that she had to die in the middle of the pandemic when I didn't even get to see her but once this whole year. Very sad. But I'll never forget her, though. And she's in a much better place. And like I said, my grandpa passed away 12 years ago almost, and sad that I lost him, but like I said, all the times my grandpa was hard on me, he was teaching me right from wrong. There were a lot of clashing moments I had with my grandfather over my grandmother. Yeah, but there'd be times where I'd clash with my grandmother, too. Not as much as my grandpa. Me and my grandpa butt heads all the time when I'd stay there in the summer. At the same time, there was a lot of growth there, though. Yeah, right here, the sewer surfing. This is more or less like a bonus stage for the most of it, until you get to the very end where you have to fight the Rat King. I tell you, the Rat King was a pretty fascinating bad guy on the Turtles. And when it came to the Turtles, villain gallery, he was like one of the best ones. The exception of the Shredder. I mean, not with the with the exception of the Shredder being my favorite. Yeah, Shredder's my favorite character. I mean, I didn't mean to like exception to exclude him. I meant like him being like the best. Man, I probably should have just put that out there to let you know that I was gonna rephrase that. Yeah, the Shredder. I mean, he was a very cunning villain, and he was the mastermind and the brains of the whole operation. Even him and the Rat King would like kind of clash with Shredder on some occasions because the Shredder found the Rat King to be like a nuisance, like in that Pizza by the Shred episode. But it's kind of funny because there was actually a later episode of the Ninja Turtles where Shredder hires like all the adversaries of the Turtles to like pair up and form an alliance, kind of similar to the Legion of Doom and Super Friends that Lex Luthor always forms up, and Rat King was a part of that. So was Chrome Dome, and this other female villain that was on there. I can't remember her name, but she was a part of it. Metalhead was there. It was actually a pretty interesting episode. Oh man. About to fight Toka and Razar right there in the Technodrome. Toka and Razar were in that 1987 cartoon, but I don't think I ever saw any episodes with them. But I heard, like, unlike in the movie Secret of the Ooze, Toka and Razar were actually smart and knew how to talk and all that. They weren't, like, nitwitted or scattered-brained like they were in that Secret of the Ooze movie. While at the same time, TGRI and that Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, it did look a lot like a live-action version of the Technodrome inside. I'll just put that out there. I think that was pretty much the whole concept of TGRI and the Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, because I heard originally they were going to put Rocksteady, Bebop, and Krang in it, but for some reason they couldn't, like, afford them because how they had to animate them, so they put Toka, Razar, and Professor Perry in it instead. The Ninja Turtle 2 Secret of the Ooze, despite that, though, is still a very excellent Ninja Turtle movie, or even just movie all around in general. A lot of people don't like the fact that it's too kid-friendly and cheesy, but I think it's a brilliant movie. It's also kind of very much a pity that even, like, now, and, like, ever since, like, for over, like, the past 15 years, people look at the Ninja Turtles, the Power Rangers, and a lot of this stuff and just, like, give it nostalgic credit. Nothing more. And it's like they have to criticize it to death. It's like they don't really find any. It's like they just, like, watch this stuff just so they can, like, trash talk it now, and it's kind of a little, just kind of ruins its reputation. Oh, man. Believe Force Field couldn't stop zapping me. Oh, man, I died. You know, it's kind of funny seeing the fact that I rarely even die at that part. Yeah, we'll pick Raph. At least the one thing I, like, notice, it's like a very significant difference between the movie Shredder and the 1987 animated Shredder is that the movie Shredder is completely in control of the whole operation and the idea of destroying the Turtles, while in the 1987 cartoon, Shredder takes orders from a little brain mutant Krang. Oh man, Razar set me on fire. Yeah, you got a mutated wolf and a mutated snapping turtle. Well, now they've been retro-mutated. And it looks like things in the Biosphere right now in these vlogs is going pretty smoothly. Oh man, shell shock all the way. Hey, you got those white ones that use those like whips or whatever. Maybe even more importantly, they might even be like those whip poles that are like a lot worse than a whip. Yeah, like what they used on those Shaw Brothers movies. Yeah, I bet you anything the Shredder probably watches a lot of Shaw Brothers in order to, like, train the turtles on how to become the fighting force they are. See here if we can get past all this. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, that's another game over. Still picking Slash, but I mean, still picking Raphael because Slash will be at the next level as the boss. And little did I know, I only gave myself 2 lives for this. Well, if I get game over, I will adjust that. Yep, and we'll play this from start to finish. Yeah, that being said, this will probably be the only game I do on this first episode of Biosphere, which is, in other words, part of Season 2 of Pandemic Vlog Series. Oh, man. Died right there. I'm banishing you to a time warp from which you will never return. Yeah, and we'll see how much more of this we can get through on the 3 life by default thing. I forgot to adjust that when I adjusted the settings all the way to hard earlier. I really overlooked the fact that I didn't even like give myself increasive continues. Oh man, I lost another life. Oh man. What do you know? I took them all 3 out at once. Oh man. Boy. Yeah, if you attack Slash by his back, that's his weak spot. Be able to damage him, no problem. But it'll take quite a few hits, though. Oh man, hate it when he rolls into that ball and does that attack. Oh, man. And what do you know? I have another continue. Like I said, I'm not giving up yet. I am not giving up yet. And like I said, even if I get game over on the hole, I'll be adjusting the difficulty, and we will be playing more until we finish this. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh man, little did I know I was too close to it for it to go up like that. Oh no! Oh man, lost the life already. Oh man, it landed right on me. You're walking the plank, shell brains. Oh yeah, I think you guys are walking the plank first. Why did you do that, boss? Because I enjoy seeing both people and animals suffer, and you, my friends, are both. Hee hee! Yeah, says Krang on that one episode of the cartoon 1987 Turtles. Aw, oh, man. Pizza power, oh yes. That really gives me the upper hand when they, you know, have their weapons clash like that, you know, and stuff, you know. It just causes more damage to them, it looks like. Just gives you, yeah, like I said, gives you the advantage. Bury my shell at Wounded Knee. Man, I tell you, you know, playing this on hard mode and having only 3 lives to start with, or even, like, throughout most of the game, never once of me playing it like this have I been able to overcome to this point. This is something that I'm going to probably remember for the rest of my life, especially since I'm doing this video vlog here of me doing it. crap. Making me spin like Tasmanian Devil, are ya? Oh, bite. Yeah, speaking of Tasmanian Devil, it's hard to believe Brendan Fraser voiced him in Looney Tunes Back in Action while even being right there in front of everybody in the camera. Oh, man. Oh, man. Punch me right there, man. Crap. And, funny enough, said that the year is 2020 and that they had Neon Knight Riders. Well, the realistic 2020, we have the coronavirus, and it's just sad. It'd have been much better if the virus could have been delayed or even avoided altogether as a whole, and we'd have stuff like this. But most of future technology that advanced is wishful thinking in this lifetime, I'm afraid. Kind of funny, like, I even heard, like, people, like, in the 50s, 60s, and 70s kept saying, like, by the time 1985 was here, that we would have stuff like this, and look, it never even happened. Oh, man. Huh. Well, like I said, we're not giving up now. No. How about we do the original 1987 animation this time? Indeed. After all, I have been watching it lately. Start with Leonardo this time. Half the time I can't help but think that April O'Neil News Channel 6 music sounds better on the TV show. But man, I tell you, like I said just before, with only 3 lives, I've never even made it that far on hard mode like that before, ever. Something to remember. pretty amazing on that episode of the 1987 Ninja Turtles, the first episode where Baxter becomes the Fly. Shredder and Krang, like, originally planned on evaporating him on the hole in that machine, but where the Fly flew in there, you know, it somehow got from the surface down to Dimension X, and it flew in the machine, and it mutated him into that Fly creature instead of killing him. Yeah, kind of funny, you know, how, you know, even, like, when Shredder recruits him to, like, be at his right hand over Rocksteady and Bebop from where they kept failing, he was, like, in the middle of interviewing a client and all that, and then Shredder, like, has to, like, take him from that. I mean, it's like, man, wonder if the guy even bothered asking for his money back for that session. Going down, Metalhead. Oh, man. Ran right into it. Oh, man, ran right into that again, man. Well, it's a good thing they're not really explosive mimes. Or mines, Didn't may accidentally called it a mime. I tell you, mimes, they could be as bad as mines, though, because, well, just depending. It's like they're just out there in the street just doing stuff with their hands, you know, pretending that they're holding something, but it's really nothing. I tell you, a mime could be out there in the middle of the road, probably pretending to play a video game, but he ain't even doing it. And no offense to him, but... Oh yes, pizza power! Oh yeah. A lot more mutagen being displayed. Well, the wolf is down. Now it's time for the snapping turtle. Ugly excuse for a turtle, as Donatello put it in Secret of the Ooze. Yeah, the bigger they are, the more bones they break. My patience is wearing thin. I'm banishing you to a time warp, from which you will never return. Yeah, I thought I'd go on ahead and do my 1987 Shredder impersonation gimmick. Or, impression gimmick. Oh man, got rammed right by those two raptors. My goodness. Oh man. Man, I really a lot of stuff up in the air on how good PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are going to do with games like Resident Evil 4 through 6, Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, and Arkham Knight when they remaster them onto that upgraded platform. I hope that Arkham City doesn't glitch as bad as it did on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 on the next two consoles. Even furthermore, since they haven't done upgraded graphics or, like a new edition of Arkham Knight, I just hope that it doesn't have a lot of flaws like City did on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But I do like the idea that, you know, there's going to be that new Suicide Squad game that's going to be made by Rocksteady. Probably going to be a lot better than Gotham Knights. I'm still going to get Gotham Knights nonetheless, though, even though you just play as Robins or Batgirl. I think they've already announced that Gotham Knights is not going to have any link to the Arkham games, as far as I know. It's going to be like its own Batman video game series, just as they were like doing the Arkham franchise. They also had the Telltale series of Batman. I had the first volume of the Telltale series. Yeah, the Telltale series. Yeah, the Batman Telltale series. And the Telltale series, I mean, pretty fun, but it just kind of bites that you only get the first episode with the physical copy, and you have to, like, purchase and download the other episodes of Telltale series Batman. I may give it another whirl, though. Didn't like the fact that at least on my PlayStation 4 version, the Telltale series of Batman had a tendency to glitch on my end. That being said, I like the Batman Arkham games a whole lot better than Telltale. I mean, like I said, you know, the Arkham City glitch, but I mean, I just tell you, I mean, there are just a lot of, like, you know, like, you'll get to the cutscene for the first time on Telltale series of Batman, and it's like, man, it's like, you know, you never even made it that part before, and already it's bugging out. Already. Yeah, I can't believe I'm bloody down to 2 lives now. Oh, man. Oh, boy. It looks like I'm about to approach my first game over on this round. Yeah, since Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles got canceled on Nickelodeon, I'm wondering if there'll be any more adaptations of the Turtles for a while. Or if they're going to be on hiatus for another several years before making another revival. Oh, blast. Epic Donnie for this one. Down you guys go. Time to take her over easy head, this conscience lady. Time to catch a ride, it leaves today, no conversation. Time to wait too long, it wait too long, wait too long. Leaving on a wounded knee train, won't leave yesterday. You lied. Promises is what it means to me. Only watched in time, no lie. All the things you always do and sing about, they always come unglued. Yeah, got this feeling's hanging over me. Got this feeling hanging over me. STP, though, they are a really good band. It's just sad to know that Scott Weiland's no longer with us. Yeah, they didn't really have a whole lot of stuff going on during his last days, other than the fact that I think they were touring and did a tour bus. I think he was with Velvet Revolver and just ended up like overdosing or something. I didn't really read the whole thing, but just sad to even Chris Cornell. You know, a lot of those great grunge artists are no longer with us now. I often wonder what would have came about if Kurt Cobain hadn't have committed suicide when he did, and if Nirvana had lasted longer. I kind of wonder how much more successful they'd have been down on the road. They presumably would have probably released a few more studio albums. Could actually see if Kurt Cobain had not have done that. The following year, 1995, they could have possibly had another studio album. Maybe even another one after that in 97. Crap. Super Krang, you are no Superman. Yeah, but he's not given up all completely yet, though. Well, it's time to go to the future and stop Krang altogether. And, of course, after that, the Shredhead. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Their very quick mission to explore strange new worlds, to stop Shredder and Krang and other civilizations, to boldly go where no turtle has gone before. Good way to phrase that. Oh man. Well, that's game over number 2. Oh, man. Turtle soup, my favorite. We're not going to be getting any on our watch. Oh, man. It is Leonardo's destiny to defeat the Shredder. The last vial of ooze! He must have drank all of it! It's a Super Shredder! Alright. Down you go, Shredhead. Now the Statue of Liberty has been repossessed by the cities thanks to the Turtles and for defeating Shredder. Yeah, check out that little kid who tried to get himself into the camera. Imagine if Beavis and Butthead were there. Boy, that'd have been funny. Well, anyway, I guess this will conclude this vlog and the overall first episode of the Biosphere vlog series. Anyway, I'm out.